Money FM 89.3, the best of Saturday mornings. Saturday morning sit down.
Welcome back. We are talking in our Saturday morning sit-down conversation today. We're diving into a story of resilience and education in Sri Lanka. The Dr. Sam Education Center works with more than 100 students, transforming their lives in former war-affected communities in the northeast of that country, offering school lessons, mentorship, coaching, nutritious meals to kids from low-income and at-risk and at-need households. Joining me now is Sri Jagaraja, a senior correspondent at CNBC. Many of you may know his work over the past 20 years plus at CNBC, and also his mom, Mrs. Indrani Jagaraja, who is the founder and head of the Dr. Sam Education Center. She is joining us on the line from Sri Lanka. First off, Sri, good morning to you.
Good morning, Glenn, and thank you very much for this opportunity and the opportunity to raise awareness of our work in Sri Lanka.
Absolutely. Indrani, welcome to you from Sri Lanka.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Great.
Welcome. I'm happy to be with you.
Great to have you with us. Sri, let's start with you. Tell us a bit about the Dr. Sam Education Center. This is a very personal story for you and your family.
It is, Glenn, and good morning, Neil, as well. It really started with a vision and a wish from my late father, Dr. Sam Jagaraja. He was known affectionately as Dr. Sam to his patients and his colleagues, because Dr. Shamagam Jagaraja was a little bit of a mouthful for his English colleagues. And he was really a pillar of the community. He was a wonderful doctor and he was a wonderful humanitarian. Sadly, he passed away in 2018 from a terminal illness, but it was his last wish to leave a legacy behind in his beloved Sri Lanka, whether it was a clinic or some sort of education center where the most underprivileged people in the community could really benefit and leave a legacy behind, something permanent carrying his name. And that's really how this dream and vision was born. And he entrusted the care and the development of this mission and this school, which is known now as Dr. Sam Education Center, to my mum. And my mum has always been a real driving force in our family. She has supported my father's private practice. She's an incredible manager. She's an incredible leader. So she was just, it just came naturally to build this project and to build this school and to develop the community. And I'm really happy to say that more than 7 years on from our beginning, we are really making a difference in the community, in the lives of our kids, and their grades are improving. And we're also teaching them values. And we're still a scrappy little startup of an education center, but there's a lot of heart there. And that's really come from my mum, it's come from her dedicated team of staff, and it's come from myself. And whenever I go there, I always feel a real sense of purpose and pride in what we do, because we're really making a difference, and you can see it in the faces and in the minds of our kids, and our guys are really improving with their grades.
Indrani, let's bring you into the conversation. Two things. Where is your school, and what do you actually do there day to day?
Yes. My school is in the northern part of war-torn area in Sri Lanka, in the northern province. And all the buildings were damaged by bombs and completely gone, and they are building it from zero. And the children have lost their education because of the war, and people are very, very poor, and their land have been taken over by army, government, and they are still struggling for day-to-day living, and they are just working as day laborers, and their children, the parents are not educated. The children, they don't know the value of education, and the children are very, very low standard. At school, they have been ignored, and only the educated people, some officials, their children go to private fee-paying education center and have been there, or as long as they understand that the teachers don't care, the other children have been branded as you are good for nothing, you don't have any brains, you go to the back seat, and they accept it. But in reality, they are very, very clever children. Giving them the opportunity, this is the heartbreaking thing, you should note it down, please. In reality, they are very, very clever children, enthusiastic children. Giving a bit of praise and understanding them and understanding their family backgrounds, they are very, very, very clever children, and they are doing very well in their exam. We have unit exam every week, and then recently we had term test, and I could see the marks they are getting. They are all above, most of them, majority of them are getting 50 and above. At the beginning, they used to get in single-digit numbers. English completely out. But now I'm very happy to say, with our help, they have been increasing it. And it is in a place called Kumarapuram, Parandan, very remote village.
Wonderful. Sheree, let's bring you back into this. Just to give a bit of context for our Singaporean listeners, your wonderful mother, who I believe is in her mid-70s and running this school up in Sri Lanka, she mentioned the war. Give our listeners the geopolitical context of why this is so important and the war they went through.
Well, thanks for that question, Neil. There is still a great deal. Well, the war is over now, as a lot of your viewers know.
1983 to about 2009.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But there are still many legacy socioeconomic problems in our community that have not been resolved. These are big challenges, and associated problems with crime and broken families, but the biggest problem is really an education deficit. That's one of the biggest legacies, because a large part of the community in those areas has been neglected and effectively abandoned by the government. So we don't lobby. We don't think that it's the most valuable part of our time to go and lobby governments and to go to them cap in hand, or to go to NGOs cap in hand to ask them for them to fix the problem. We have taken it upon ourselves to independently, at a grassroots level, pinpoint, identify the problems and act on them, which is why we are not just educators. We feel very strongly about social impact. We feel very strongly about vocational training. We feel very strongly about teaching our kids the importance of values, decency, mutual respect, and life skills that will equip them for later life. So this is a community that has effectively been abandoned. And that's where we and many other members of the Sri Lankan diaspora, and not just the Sri Lankan diaspora, but we have supporters and we have teachers from across the world. And we always encourage partners to perhaps just lend 15 or 20 minutes of their time, hop on a Zoom call. Everybody, I believe, is an inherent teacher. Whether you're a parent, at some point in your life, you've had to sit down with your kids and help them with the homework. And those are all skills that everybody has. And our kids would really benefit from that, and benefit from somebody who has got the time to sit down with them, especially with English, to help them improve their English and just professionalize their outlook on life, and to give them that added edge and that added opportunity to perhaps pursue a career in Colombo, or even in the capital, or even overseas. So there is a lot of work to be done. There has been a lot of neglect, and where we come in is to fill in the gaps in the formal education system. With the best will in the world, there are a lot of teachers who are doing their utmost and who are doing their best. But that's where we come in to supplement. Think of
this
it like
is
an
add-on
enrichment
to their
centre.
education.
It's
Yes. Like a tuition centre.
Exactly. Think of it as an enrichment centre. But our whole vibe is come to us and we will help you. And we have a lot of dedicated teachers who are offering a lot of their time after their school job, their principal school job, to come and help us.
Yeah.
And like my mum says, in the course of 7 years, we've really seen a step change, not just in their grades, but in their self-esteem and in the way they project themselves. Last year, I went to the school and I was just watching them. I just like to watch and observe. And I was watching the kids come out of the class, and they looked at me and they smiled. And I gave them a high five. They said, "Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, sir." And it's that confidence, that eye contact, that is something that we
simple greeting that they might
taught
give
them. Yes.
Yeah.
Previously, they were very shy to use their English.
Yeah.
But there was a confidence that I saw in them.
Yeah.
And that is what we are teaching as well.
Beautiful.
To hold
We're-
their heads up high and to give them the self-esteem to present themselves, to put their best foot forward. Because increasingly, presentation in a career or in any opportunity, in any role, is super important.
Yeah, we're talking with Sri Jagaraja, senior correspondent for CNBC, and his mother, Indrani Jagaraja, the founder and head of the Dr. Sam Education Center. It is in northeast Sri Lanka, the family nonprofit that they have started to help up to 200 kids at any given time throughout the course of the week with tutoring, with school studies, mentoring, and of course, good meals. Indrani, let's bring you back on. And you talked a little bit about the results of your recent exams that you saw. You know, kids are doing quite well. Have there been some specific student success stories that you've seen over the years of kids that have gone from your school and then gone on to do good things afterward? And keeping in mind that you have from Montessori preschool all the way up helping kids through high school in their studies. Any success stories?
Yes, that's right. Yes, because establishment started only 7 years ago, so we are in the process of gaining admission in the universities, and also some of the students have taken OL and AL, honorary level and advanced level. And I have got 2 students with me now in the fact-finding mission and a teacher. And yes, in those days, few years ago, none of them got through their English. They always failed. But now I could see, apart from 1 or 2, all the students have got through English language. So that is a very good leap. I'm very, very happy about it. And our students are getting admission into universities, and they are already in. Some of them are on doing their graduate studies. Mm-hmm. And also they are learning very good habits also. We have we have awareness program for them, and talk to them about drugs. There's another big problem, drugs. They have been taught, they are learning very bad habits of taking the kind of beetle nuts, the areca nuts with the drug induced. Mm. So we are having, so we was listening to that. And yes, I can see the difference because we are having Excel sheet. I asked my office assistants to record all their marks every term, how they are doing. And it is helping for them to do well in their normal school term test also. So I'm very, very happy to say the so-called good for having children are gaining good grades, better than the fee-paying school children. And they are very, very clever children. I'm very, very happy to know that I'm helping them in this way. Mm. So their parents also, we have a parents' evening, and we always tell them to check. Okay, they can't read or write, but at least check to see. They can see the things right and wrong.
Yes.
And encourage them, not to shout at them. Yeah. So I'm very, very happy about their progress.
Beautiful.
Sri, let's bring you back in on that. So listening to your wonderful mother, you're educating these children, you're improving their English, but also looking at social issues, trying to steer them away from crime and drugs. Wonderful success stories. Some are going into good jobs, some are going into universities. So the success is there. However, you are proudly, entirely self-funded.
That's right.
And you've got these wonderful teachers working for you after, I'm guessing, they do their regular school days. So where are you finding your money? And B, I'm guessing you need more. So what is the funding model going to be moving forward?
That's a great question, Neil, and thank you for asking that. We are self-funded, so we rely on donations, and I have a GoFundMe page, and that is quite active. And from my circle of friends and family and well-wishers, and we have quite a remarkably active diaspora, and we keep them informed about what we're doing with the pictures, and with updates on how our kids are doing in their progress, and also the prize giving. And that really creates a fairly constant source of revenue for us, especially from the diaspora, whether it's in Canada or in Australia. We're also, I might add, and this is important, we are a registered charity in Sri Lanka and in the United Kingdom. My mother is very categorical about transparency. Everything is accounted for. We are very specific about that. But we're always looking for a more structured and signature donors to join us on our journey.
In Singapore too?
Well, internationally. And that is an ongoing project. But Neil and Glenn, I'd say we're always looking for financial support, but in addition to that, it's thought leadership from other foundations, from other charitable institutions, from people who have been down this journey and been down this path themselves. We want to learn from them. We want big brothers and big sisters that we can learn from and put what has worked in, say, Cambodia, what has worked in Africa, what has worked in Latin America, and plug that into what we are doing, because we realize that we are experiencing almost exactly the same type of developmental challenges.
This wheel has been created before.
Precisely. And we want to know how to better refine that wheel and what would work for us. So we're always looking for ideas, we're always looking for partnerships, we're always looking for teachers. And in this wonderful world of connectivity, it's great to get, I'll give you an example. My father-in-law, who is a fluent Tamil speaker, he's Singaporean, he lives here. He's jumped on a Zoom call with some of our students. And he's a former publisher. Balji, if you're listening, big shout out to you.
My former boss.
That's right. Thank you a lot for your help. And he's jumped on a call with our students, and they're having a great time. They're having a whale of a time, and he's joshing with them in Tamil about Rajinikanth and Tamil movies and really creating a bond. And that's what we want from Dr. Sam Education Centre. We want it to be hip. We want it to be cool. We have a Friday fun club. When I was there last year, I was gamifying lessons with teachers. We don't want it to be this kind of austere, almost Dickensian, Borstal type of institution where you're going to get whacked if you don't get the right answer. I insist that teachers call the kids Miss and Master and Mr. and there should be the mutual respect, and I love it. And when I went there last year, we had a Friday fun club, and to the point of the diamonds in the rough, there are some remarkable students, Glenn and Neil, who know a lot more than we give them credit for. I had a quiz, and I had a picture of Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, and I asked the kids, do you know what this painting is called? And one of our brightest students, who we nicknamed the Joker Genius, I know. Mona Lisa, do you know who painted it? Leonardo da Vinci. This is remarkable. This is a really hard scrabble, tough environment. And for a kid to know that shows great potential. you give those kids, and what we are trying to do is give those kids the opportunity and the resources that we take for granted here, and they can be brilliant, and they can achieve brilliance. They could be the next startup founder.
Yeah.
And I'll give you another, my mum can talk about this, I'll give you another example. A couple of years ago, my mum had a competition. Get recyclable materials, make a work of art, make something that works, make something that's useful around the house. And I was astounded, quite frankly, at what these kids had created and invented and innovated. Beautiful works of art, but also rudimentary pumps, rudimentary lamps, out of rubbish, out of recyclable materials. And again, there is that spark of innovation. If that is harnessed, if that is encouraged, if that is nurtured, these are the startup, kings and queens of the future. So that's what we want to try and incubate and generate, and that's where we're coming from. We have a great IT teacher who is an ex with a lot of international experience. He's ex-Nokia. Mr. Ravindran, if you're listening to this conversation, thank you for all your input and help. We have a little IT room. We're always looking for new, well-used PCs that our kids can use. And the internet and communicating globally with other students and other teachers, it's all to the good, and let a thousand flowers bloom. And this is how we want to develop and how we want to progress in the future, because we're living in the fourth industrial revolution, and our kids are in danger of getting left behind if they are not given those opportunities.
Yeah. Sri, we do have to leave it there. Our time has come to an end. But if somebody wants to get in touch with the Dr. Sam Education Center, maybe to be a partner in some way, shape, or form, as you just mentioned, there are lots of different partners you're looking for.
Oh, we would welcome.
How do they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with us via our website, via LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. You can contact me via LinkedIn. I put a post about this program and about our parents on LinkedIn. Just ping me. And I'd be happy to help. I'd happy to give you more information, put you in touch with my mum and her team, who continue to do some sterling, really wonderful work in northern Sri Lanka.
It is the Dr. Sam Education Center, Northeast Sri Lanka. Sri Jagaraja, thank you. Indrani, thank you so much for joining us from Sri Lanka as well.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.